She's so rotten, she wants migrants picking cotton. We present to you Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, who made this shocking argument why America needs immigrants. Roll it, Alfred.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands.
This is when the wheels fall off.
You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
Tyrus, I go to you for no particular reason.
Ever wondered what happens when Jasmine Crockett walks into a verbal cage match with Greg Gutfeld and Tyrus, armed with nothing but a recycled soundbite and a wildly overconfident smirk? Let's just say it ends with her logic and witness protection. Gutfeld's sarcasm hit like a freight train. Tyrus dropped punchlines like anvils, and Crockett looked like she accidentally wandered into a roast instead of a debate. What set them off? Why is everyone still replaying it? Oh, bet you're not ready for this carnage, but hit play anyway.
I'll take it from there, Gutfeld. I'm going to explain to you what happened.
Okay.
Same thing that happened on this show.
Yes.
She got the job. That was the get the job voice. Remember when I first met you? Good evening, Gutfeld.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. It's a real pleasure to be here. Oh, cool. Once I got the job, what it is, let's crack jokes. So that's all it is. That's all it is. You know, it's just.
So Jasmine Crockett, a name that sounds like it should belong to a cool 80s action heroine, but instead she's out here playing political chess with a broken pawn. You'd think with a name like Crockett, she'd bring some heat, some fire, maybe even a bit of flair. Nope. Instead, she's trapped in an endless cycle of political buzzwords and relentless finger wagging. She's the kind of politician who looks like she's still trying to figure out whether she's fighting the system or just stuck in a Zoom meeting about fighting the system.
Jasmine Crockett still conceals the meaning of Hot Wheels. The Texas congresswoman still won't apologize over making fun of Texas Governor Abbott's disability. Here's what she said that kicked it off.
We in these hot-ass Texas streets, honey. Y'all know we got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
Whoa.
And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot-ass mess, honey. So,
Now she claims that she wasn't talking about Abbott's wheelchair at all. Yet she's mentioned Abbott's wheels before. In 2022, she posted Beto's rolling around the state. Where's Abbott rolling to?
Now, Crockett rose to prominence faster than a viral TikTok dance, which basically means she's great at showing up and looking serious. But let's be honest, her track record? If she were a Netflix series, critics would be calling it pure binge regret. This is a politician obsessed with optics, but when you dig into what she's actually done, it's like watching a movie where the hero never shows up. Just trailer after trailer, packed with promises and zero payoff.
You gotta, to get the job, you know, you gotta leave the Negro at home and do the, like, you know, the what it is afternoon, and then once you get in, you can say whatever you want to say. Listen, everyone talks different with their crew and their people. Everyone has a different way of talking when they're with other people or whatever. She's too comfortable, and she thinks she's clever when she does that. But here's the cold part. Somebody's writing that for her.
Yeah.
That's why she had to remember and look back, because apparently Hot Wheels she thought was going to be someone thought it was a wonderful joke and it was going to do well. So she set it up, but she doesn't read good because she's like, and this, and then she said the Hot Wheels, and as soon as she said it, it didn't get the reaction that she thought it would.
Her stance on Law and Order, it's the classic tough on crime, but also maybe let's rethink what crime means approach, which basically translates to, I want to seem woke without actually doing the hard work. It's like trying to pat yourself on the back while asking someone else to do it for you, because nothing screams leadership like mixed messages that leave both sides of the aisle squinting in confusion. And her speeches? Oh, the speeches.
you're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
Tyrus, I go to you for no particular reason. Is she making any point there?
Like this makes me wish my mom made different father choices.
They hit with all the punch of a soggy tortilla, stuffed with buzzwords, feel-good fluff, and just enough woke jargon to make you question if she's running for office or auditioning to be a motivational speaker at a yoga retreat. You half expect her to wrap up every sentence with namaste or let's vibe check this issue.
People write, this is why when white people write black slang, weird happens.
Yeah.
And this is what happens.
Well,
Like, if I wanted to get ethnic on somebody, I wouldn't call Joe and be like, hey, Joe, write me some hood. No offense, Tyrus, I get right to it. Gee Willikers, that's not the guy. What? That doesn't sound like Joe Mackey?
But Crockett doesn't stop at limp speeches. She's got a full arsenal of progressive policies that are about as practical as a screen door on a submarine. Just look at her take on crime reform. It sounds lovely in theory, but in practice, it's like handing out balloons during a tornado. Sure, you want to help people, but maybe don't blow up the entire justice system to do it. Then there's her legislative work. Her bills are like party favors. They make a little noise, grab some attention, and vanish without leaving a mark. Headlines? She's got plenty, but laws that stick? Not so much. You want a legacy? Build something that doesn't disappear with the next tweet. And let's not forget that self-righteous flair. Like she's been divinely appointed to lead the revolution, but the only thing truly revolutionary is how fast she mastered the skill of speaking endlessly without saying anything. Her social media is a whole other production, a masterclass in virtue signaling, packed with perfect hashtags and curated causes, always ready to cancel someone else while ducking any real accountability herself. Watching her online is like tuning into a soap opera where the lead never changes, but somehow always complains about the plot.
About him is that he is a hot mess, honey. So,
Of course, Crockett now claims Hot Wheels was about shipping migrants out of the state. Don't you get that? Not the governor's condition. If only there was video that perfectly encapsulates the liberal inability to land a lick on MAGA. Turns out we have one. Roll it, Bjorn.
He's a racist. How can I be
He's
racist?
a racist. If you voted for Trump, you're racist.
I hope you enjoy the hat.
No.
She did attack her.
Never get tired of that.
And Tyrus? Oh, Tyrus doesn't hold back. He came swinging with punches so brutal you'd think Crockett had tried to sneak a political cheat code past a gladiator. Watching them roast her was like seeing a heavyweight champ square off against a featherweight who thought this was a ballet recital. Spoiler alert, Crockett's getting knocked out by facts and the weight of her own contradictions. She claims to stand for the people, but her actions tell a different story. She's more about standing on the right side of a hashtag than standing on the right side of reality. It's the classic trap. Pretend to be busy while perfecting your selfie game. And the irony? While she loudly demands systemic change, the only system she's mastered is the one that protects her political image. She's like that eager student who volunteers for every project but never does the homework. Lots of noise, zero results. So if you're searching for someone who can turn fiery speeches into real outcomes, you might want to keep scrolling, because Jasmine Crockett's brand of politics is all style, no substance. More flash than follow through, and definitely more drama than deliverables.
So, Dana, Governor Hot Wheels, she claims that had nothing to do with the fact that he actually moves by wheels in a wheelchair, and he's good looking.
Her cleanup was worse. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen. It was super dumb. So basically she's saying, I didn't do it. And even I did do it, though, we're the victims.
Ever noticed how Jasmine Crockett talks about justice like it's a trendy boutique brand you can order online with express shipping? She sprinkles buzzwords like equity, systematic reform, and community-led solutions, as if chanting them like a spell will erase decades of broken policies overnight. It's political fairy dust, shiny on the surface, but gone the second you ask. How exactly are you going to do that? Her idea of justice is like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic while the ship sinks. She's busy arguing over color schemes. And while real voters are demanding safer streets and real solutions, she's tweeting about defunding the police one day and pushing common sense crime reform the next. Spoiler alert, common sense doesn't mean leaving everyone confused. One moment, she's blasting the establishment like a rebel on a mission. The next, she's hugging up to special interest groups and party elites that are about as anti-establishment as a Starbucks on every corner. It's political doublespeak that leaves you wondering, does she want to lead, or is she just grabbing options from a buffet line? And her messaging? A total maze. If Crockett's political career were a Netflix show, it'd be called Cliffhangers and Contradictions. Because every time she speaks, there's a new twist that leaves you scratching your head. Is she for reform or against it? For more policing or totally against it? You'd get more clarity trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded.
Jasmine Crockett's got another hot take. No blacks and whites on a wedding cake. The Democrats' new chosen one, Jasmine Crockett, is in the news again for an old clip where she attacked Florida Rep. Byron Donalds for marrying a white woman. Roll it, Bertha.
Or literally, it's because you married a white woman and so you think that whitewashed you.
That's not very woke, is it?
Her policy proposals read like a BuzzFeed quiz titled, "Which progressive are you?" Except no one really knows which answer actually leads to good governance. She tosses out ideas on juvenile justice that sound compassionate, until you realize she hasn't fully thought through how they'll play out in crime-ridden communities. It's like slapping a Band-Aid on a broken leg and calling it a solution. But to be fair, Crockett's got one skill down: delivering speeches that feel like someone binge-watched a TED Talk marathon and stitched together the trendiest bits into a 30-minute remix. Tons of passion, a flurry of buzzwords, and a serious shortage of practical solutions. Watching her speak is like watching a motivational poster come to life. But inspiration alone doesn't fix real-world problems. And when it comes to helping her own constituents, let's just say her track record is more here to promote herself than here to help others. While she tweets endlessly about reform, some of her own district's urgent issues vanish into thin air. People want action, not just polished activism. And yet Crockett seems far more interested in polishing her political resume for whatever bigger stage she's eyeing next.
Of course, Crockett isn't the only Democrat who's opposed to interracial marriage, or else more Democrats would have voted for this one. Racist. Tyrus, I go to you for no apparent reason. Do you have an opinion on this, or should I move on to somebody?
No, I just... It has to come from me.
Yes.
Okay? None of y'all are qualified. Not just, for one thing, I'm mad at Charmaine the guy because he should have kicked her out. See, the problem is that we are allowing our own culture to be openly racist and get away with it. Now, if a white person is offended by that, and they should be.
And if you thought Crockett would shine when it comes to economic development or education, brace yourself. Her policies mirror her overall style: bold headlines, grand promises, but barely any depth or follow through. It's like she's auditioning for a game show where the grand prize goes to the most inspirational politician, but what voters really want is an effective lawmaker. And let's talk about her favorite tool: rhetoric. If Crockett's speeches were a drink, they'd be a fizzy cocktail of hope, buzzwords, and a splash of "we'll see." She can throw around terms like intersectionality and community empowerment with flair, but where are the actual plans? It's like ordering a deluxe latte with extra foam and ending up with warm milk in a paper cup. And here's the twist: despite all of it, Crockett still keeps her seat and her spotlight. How? That's politics in a nutshell. That's not always about results. It's about how loudly you shout and how polished your Twitter feed looks. She's perfected the performance of looking busy while delivering very little. And honestly, if that were a political category, she'd take home the trophy.
They say something, it's like, it's not the same thing. But if you say that and another brother looks at you and goes, "Man, you wrong for that, and I don't want you on my show. Get the hell out." Because I'm telling you right now, if I was not on the show, which happens sometimes, and someone was sitting in his chair and he was complaining about black men this and black that, and they shouldn't be here, and you know what happens when a white woman marries a black guy, you would not have seen that guy in the next segment. He would have kicked his ass off, because you're not going to talk about somebody that I care about like that, or another person like that. That's the problem.
Meanwhile, Tyrus and Greg Gutfeld take no prisoners in their takedown. Watching them dismantle Crockett's claims is like seeing a kid yank the curtain off The Wizard of Oz, only to reveal there's barely anything behind the smoke and mirrors. It's brutal, it's direct, and honestly, it's exactly what she set herself up for. They slice through her policies with surgical precision, exposing every contradiction and empty promise with so much flair, it's hard not to laugh. Like when they call out how she champions community safety while backing reforms that confuse even the experts, or how her ideas seem cooked up during a brainstorming session with a magic 8-ball. And when it comes to accountability, Crockett's record is as slippery as a scandal-dodging politician desperate to protect her for the people image. She dodges tough questions like she's in a championship round of political dodgeball, ducking blame while clinging to her public persona. The end result? A political brand, about as believable as a $3.00 bill. To be blunt, Jasmine Crockett is a walking contradiction wrapped in a Twitter storm, promising the moon while mostly delivering noise. She's got all the buzzwords, with none of the backup, the passion without a plan, and the speeches without a shred of real substance.
Is that we let too much slide, because that's embarrassing. So what you're basically saying is Barack Obama was not the first black president now. So that means that Donald Trump is the first black president, according to you.
Yeah.
So at some point, and listen, I have been with every shade of woman on the planet. I started out black, and then I went Pacific Islander, Asian, had a little Hispanic phase, and then I ran out of to do and ended up with a white one. That's just how it happened. But they're all, I'm telling you, they all bitch the same, they all take your money the same, they all don't sleep with you all the time the same, and they all leave you the same.
And that's exactly why when Greg Gutfeld and Tyrus go after her, it's not just a roast, it's a reality check. Because real progress doesn't come from recycling buzzwords or dodging accountability. It comes from doing the hard work, making the tough calls, and confronting the uncomfortable truths head on. But Crockett, she's not there yet, and honestly, maybe she never will be. While she's busy striking her next selfie pose or scribbling out another vague, feel-good reform, the rest of us are left watching the political version of a reality show. One that promises high-stakes drama, but delivers nothing but empty disappointment. And in the end, that's not just Crockett's failure, it's a bigger problem for everyone counting on real leadership